Hi and welcome back to the channel. I'm Andy and I'm from Inspired by the Journey, and in today's video I'm going to be staying at the Premier Inn in Quay in Southampton for a pre-cruise stay. I'm going to show you around the hotel and I'm going to show you what a Premier Plus room, which is one of the new rooms that the Premier Inn now have. I'll show you where you could go to eat and drink, and at the end of the day whether I would recommend this hotel as somewhere to spend your hard-earned cash. I travelled by train and it was a relatively short 10 to 15 minutes walk to get from the main Southampton station to the Premier Inn Quay, so that wasn't too bad at all. I was quite happy, and it was all flat, so yeah, no problems with that at all, even with a relatively large amount of luggage. The hotel is also close to the 3 main cruise terminals, and they were easy walk or cheap Uber to get there. So let's just check in. It's all good. Here's my room slip. So that's pretty straightforward. Got room 514. I wonder what it's going to be like. And you need to use your key card to go up in the lift. This is the deal I got for my dinner and breakfast, including a drink as well. Looking forward to trying that. This has all been done up quite recently, I would say. All the carpets feel almost brand new. 514, so this is a Premier Plus room. So let's go in and have a look, see what it's like. Here are the benefits of booking a Premier Plus room. I would 100% recommend booking one. So as I come into the room, I've got an ironing board, hairdryer, and then a unit for storing things, and also I assume that's an espresso machine, kettle and bits. Oh, and some green and black chocolate. Now that is a proper treat. A decent selection of teas and things as well. So yeah, I'm really impressed so far. So we've got the fridge and the iron. In the fridge, let's have a look. So we've got a free bottle of sparkling and still water as well. Fridge is really clean and tidy. Then we've got TV. I would say it's not a huge size for a hotel TV, but yeah, it would be good enough. And then look, we've got quite a nice area over here. A couple of chairs, which is, as I've said in my other videos, it's a real bugbear of mine when you go in a hotel room and there's nowhere comfortable to sit down. You have to sit on the bed, so I'm pleased about that. It's kind of funky light. That's pretty cool. The window is open. Now I love having a hotel room with windows that actually open so you can get some fresh air. Here's my scenic view over the car park. Now you've got this nice kind of uplighting all the way around the room actually. Quite nice art over here as well. And then we've got obviously double bed. In fact actually that must be king size. That looks super comfortable. I'll have to take my shoes off before I have a look. Then let's have a look at the bathroom. Oh, we need a bit more light. This is like mood lighting. So what have we got? So no bath in this room, which I think is absolutely fine. Looks like a decent rainfall shower. I'll check that out in the morning and see what the pressure's like. I might even have one before I go down for dinner, to be fair. In the room there were Bayliss and Harding products, and the smell of these was absolutely amazing. They were among the nicest that I've seen in a hotel for quite a long time. And then a sink and kind of vanity unit, obviously toilet here as well. That looks all in really good condition. And I'd say the same, like all of the carpets look pretty brand new and they actually smell brand new as well. Also got over here the air conditioning controls. Actually that's quite good because they're really close to the bed as well, so at least if you get cold or hot in the night you can alter them yourself. Yeah, I'm really impressed with this room so far. Next to the bed you've got a wireless charging pad, you've got a USB-A and a regular 3-pin UK socket, and that's on both sides of the bed. And then actually when you look around the rest of the room, there's quite a few sockets in here. Some of these sockets have got both the older style USB-A and then a newer style USB-C, which I've switched over to using for everything. You've got here as well an HDMI connection, so you could connect your laptop or those kind of things in as well. So connectivity in here is really good. So I'm going to take a shower, I think, go down for dinner. I'll show you what the food is like at both for dinner time and at breakfast tomorrow. And I'll also come back tomorrow, let you know how my night's sleep was and whether I would recommend staying here as a hotel that's really close to the port in Southampton. So towards the rear of the bar and restaurant, you've got the seating area for dining out. You order at the table and they'll bring everything over to you. It's a nice sort of atmosphere, like there's quite a few people here as well. So I've ordered the chicken goujons and then the bacon cheeseburger. Not sure that I'm going to have room for dessert, but we'll give it a go. Cheers. We've got a fairly reasonable choice of wines. None of them seem particularly pricey. And you've also got a decent choice of both draft beers and bottled beers and ciders. And the other thing I really like to see now is they've got a reasonable choice of non-alcoholic drinks as well. And also you've got a few cocktails. I'll probably give those a miss. Maybe I'll save those for when I'm on the ship. And then you've got spirits and mixers as well. Again, quite a good choice, I would say. Especially on the gins. Actually on the rum as well. So yeah, a good range of different things, I think. So my chicken goujons have come. They're super hot and super fresh. Nice pot of barbecue sauce with that as well. Yeah, really tasty. I was surprised by how big those chicken goujons were. I would have preferred maybe a bit more of a spicy kind of crust on them, but yeah, they were tasty enough. So my bacon cheeseburger's arrived. That's going to be tasty. Skin on chips, that's always a good thing. And I did order a large glass of Malbec as well. Gonna give it a go, see what it's like. So it's all pretty tasty. It's not the best meal that I've ever had, but actually considering what you pay for it, I think it's really good value. I was beaten by my main course. Chips weren't the absolute best, so I didn't bother with them all, but overall it was a nice dinner. Couldn't finish my meal without trying the delicious banoffee cheesecake. It was awesome. Well, good morning. I had a really good night's sleep last night. The room was quiet, it was the perfect temperature, could have the window open, all the air conditioning on. The bed was super comfy. So I'm just going to go and grab a quick shower, then I'm going to go down and test out the breakfast. I'm really looking forward to cooked breakfast. It's been absolutely ages since I've had one, so we'll see what that's like. See you in a minute. So I'm just going to grab a quick cup of coffee. Now I worked out how to use an espresso machine. Don't know why it is, but they all seem to be slightly different. That is a nice cup of coffee, I have to say, and I do love having a coffee machine in a room. Good thing about this room is that it was at the end of a corridor as well, so I think that helped make it even more quiet. Not even really hungry, but I'm so looking forward to my breakfast this morning. This is more like the bar area rather than the restaurant that I ate in last night. But it's all one big room. You've also got the place where you check in here as well. If you look over this way, and then this goes into the restaurant pit where I sat and had my dinner last night. It's a really nice space. So you've got a good selection of different juices. The coffee machine, lots of different tea choices as well. So here we've got all the different cooked options. I really like the fact that the plates are hot as well. Choice of fruits and bits here. Although I'd say it's not loads, but the mixed berries look really nice. And then we've got, this is a really good choice actually. You've got pastries, got pancakes, and also you've got English crumpets. And then you've got 2 toasters here, and then also a bit more fresh fruit. I'm going to dig into the English because I've been looking forward to that for so long. Here's my cooked breakfast selection. I'm going to dig in quickly whilst it's still nice and warm. This is really good breakfast. Like I said before, I wasn't even really hungry, but I just can't resist a cooked breakfast. On our last cruise, I didn't have one at all, so this feels like a really special treat. Breakfast done. It was only the egg that I didn't particularly enjoy, so I definitely recommend having breakfast here, considering the price. I think they're selling it for $11.99 for an unlimited breakfast. Now, for the purposes of content only, I just feel obliged to try a pain au chocolat. One of the things that I noticed a bit earlier on is, as you walk through here, you've got the screen with the times of all of the ships when they're going. So we'll be on the MSC Princess today at the Horizon Terminal. Got this here with irons and ironing boards. I've obviously got that already in my room, but handy that they've got them there. So this was the deal that I had, the 2-course dinner, drink and breakfast for $26.99. And I would say I thought that was excellent value. It wasn't the best food that I've ever had, but I think you'd struggle to get breakfast, dinner and a drink for $26.99. So I've come back to the room now. I'm just going to do some editing for a couple of hours before I head down to walk to the cruise terminal. It's one thing about having a YouTube channel, there's always editing to do. I literally think I've got months still to do. One of the other things in the room that I just wanted to show you was this art here. Now there's got a little sign next to it and it tells you who it was who painted the art. It's actually from an organisation called Project Artworks, and they're an organisation of neurodiverse artists. You've got a QR code where you can see more and also some information about the organisation. I think this is a really nice touch, and I do quite like this picture as well. Now there is some building work going on outside the back of the hotel at the moment, and I was sat working at the table. Because I had the window open, it was quite noisy, but as soon as I shut the window, and there's also secondary double glazing, you couldn't really hear it at all, so I didn't feel particularly worried about that. The other thing that I would say is that for working, actually this isn't the best layout. So you've got quite a decent sized table, but the chair is just a bit too low, so ergonomically it's not brilliant. I think what I would probably be tempted to do is to actually go and work in the main bar and restaurant area. They've also got some kind of special deal there, like a bottomless coffee, cake, etc. And I think that was like £8 for the day, which sounds like a really good deal. What were my overall thoughts about the Premier Inn West Quay? Well, last time I stayed in Southampton, I stayed at the Moxie Hotel, which is actually very close to the Premier Inn. I'd say they're probably similar in the sense that they're kind of both like a 3-star hotel. I would say I would 100% prefer to stay at the Premier Inn than the Moxie. I think there was just a bit more kind of warmth to the place overall, and also to the service as well. Had a really comfy bed, no issues with that at all. Everything was just perfect really. So I would say, I mean obviously it's not a 5-star hotel, so you kind of have to accept that, but then you know that when you're booking a Premier Inn. And I think the thing about Premier Inn as well is that you always have a comfortable bed, a hot shower, and it's always clean and tidy. I would say that I didn't see a speck of dirt or mess anywhere when I checked in. So yeah, I would 100% stay here again. I think the other thing with the Premier Inn as well, and in fact with all of the hotels really, is because they have dynamic pricing. Often you'll find that if it's a day when there's a big ship or several ships come in, then you will pay a lot more. But actually I got a really good deal for this time. So I paid £53 for my room overnight, and I think that is an absolute bargain for what you're getting, especially having the upgraded room as well. And I think that was because although I'm getting on a ship, it's not a ship where there's going to be loads and loads of people getting on, so I suspect that's why it's cheaper than normal. Have you ever stayed at the Premier Inn West Quay? And if so, what did you think about it? I was really impressed. Let me know though if there are other hotels that you'd like us to check out or that are your personal favourites. I'd be really interested to find out. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please remember to subscribe to the channel and give this video a big thumbs up. It really does help us out more than you can actually know. We've got some big adventures coming up both from the UK and from the US and Canada, so you'll definitely want to keep on track of those ones. Until the next adventure.